Hey, hey, how's it going? I'm feeling way happier. I'm feeling way happier. Way happier. Way happier. Hi. I'm gonna turn this heat thing off. There's a heat thing. There's a heat thing. There's a heat thing on behind me. There's a heat thing on behind me. How's it going? How's it going? Hey y'all. Hey everyone. I'm way happier. I'm way happier. I was almost dead. I was almost dead. Ow, hurt my foot. I was almost dead like a week ago. Even a few days ago, I was having troubles, and I just got happier and healthier. Got happier and healthier. I have a tattoo. Oh no. I'm glad I got a huge tattoo, but it's where you can't see it. It's just one. I only have one tattoo. It's kind of big, but yeah. I'm feeling like happier and healthier. Hey Jennifer K, what's up? Jane Tones. Hi, how are you doing? I feel way better. I guess my face looks better too because I'm not stressed out. I'm happy. I'm eating a drink. I'm eating. I'm eating a drink. I still have that cold. I was about to die from working so hard this year. And then the very next day, when I wasn't sure if I'd be better or not, somebody came over and gave me a really bad cold right where I was having trouble breathing. That was how I felt like I was going to die. And I was like, forget that. Started being a dick to that person and anyone who was walking on me. Everyone was walking on me. Everyone was walking on me. And now I don't have to worry about it anymore. Now I'm just happy. Now I'm just happy. I'm healthy. I don't have anything wrong with my breathing. I just make sure to eat really light. I had gained weight really fast. I was eating heavy meals and way overloaded with stress, working a ton on manual labor on this house, 18 hours a day. I could show you all the work I did. I pretty much completed the entire upstairs, the entire downstairs. Besides the bedrooms could use. I'm not going to work in it anymore anytime soon. That's it. Even thinking about doing it right then made me feel awful to think about having to work on it on the house. And probably gonna dye my hair again. Haven't dyed it in a long time. I don't know what it looks like. I feel better. Need a puffer. Oh no, I didn't. At one point, maybe that would have helped me, but I just got skinnier. I just lost weight. I lost weight. Yeah, I tried tea and stuff and coffee and stuff like that to not have food. The main thing was not having as much food. I feel happier and healthier. I actually weigh almost 200 pounds. I might look skinny, but I weigh almost 200 pounds. I have some muscle, I guess. Well, I have some muscle. See? I have some muscle. I still have that cough that he gave me. came over the next day and gave me a cough, and I still wasn't sure if I was going to be alive or not. I had this big heavy coat on, looked like a big bunch of fat rolls, um, covered in little pieces of paint that got there one by one until the whole thing was covered up in paint, bleach, dirt, dust from working on the house, outside, inside, plaster dust that covered the whole coat, various things from working in the house. I was wearing that the whole winter, planning on wearing it the whole winter to save to be warm. Kept working, going one thing. I wasn't paying attention. I was like looking at one thing, working on it, constantly working. I didn't realize I was doing it 18 hours a day, only stopping for bodily functions. I don't want to say that too much, and overloaded with tons of stress. The only break I took was to make sure my kids were okay and like really incessantly write to them or text them or call them, make sure they're okay and she's okay, they're okay there. And that's all I did, about 18 hours a day. I never took a break other than in summer. It started at summer, and I worked 2 years full-time job equivalent of 2 years at hard labor since the beginning. And it was only from summer till December, like till about April, May or June till December. I worked 2 years of a full-time job in that time, and it nearly killed me. In summer, I kept breathing in this different stuff. Al was trying to throw stuff in for me to breathe in because he came over and had breathing problems from it. It wasn't affecting me at all. Then he kind of like did these weird things to try to get me to breathe it in more. So he thought then he wouldn't have a problem breathing it in. And it was attacking my breathing. So I thought I was going to die in summer. So I had to stop working on the house for a while and work out hours a day and eat way less food and be as healthy as I could. I'd run up and down the mountain. I'd run up and down the mountain like so hard. I'd run so fast that I have a bruise on my toe. I still have a bruise right there. I still have a bruise right there on my toe from running so hard. I was just pounding down the mountain like almost 20 miles an hour. This one has a bruise on it too. I'm not doing it anymore. That was in the summer because my legs weren't the problem. It was a problem with them like trying to get me to breathe in stuff, so I couldn't breathe as well. And so I didn't know what it was, but then I found out it was from stress. And I just had to stretch. I had to stretch my various, like my chest and stuff like that. And that fixed it. I had to do these slow stretches. Then that made that okay again. And back itches. Oh man, I'm not like weak. Some people think I'm too skinny looking, but I have muscle. I still have muscle. I don't know how much muscle. Oh man, I haven't been eating much food at all, and my chest cleared right up. I can breathe perfectly. I can breathe perfectly. I just had to make myself eat no food. And it took about a week or something like that, or a few days or 2 weeks before there were the worst of it. Well, there was a time when I went to urgent care in the summer. I thought there's something wrong with me, but they looked at my throat. They checked everything out. They said there's nothing wrong with me. I just had too much stress working so hard. And I was trying to get the house ready for my kids to live in. I thought they'd live here. And then they changed their mind, and it was like a major downer. I kept working. And then then I had to work out for a whole month, like hours a day, and starve myself, made health my priority so I wouldn't die. I thought I would have died because the stress was almost going to kill me. Then I got better. I guess I all got better. Then I started working. Then I found out some different things may happen that could get them to move here again. And so I started working on the house again. The first day I worked 24 hours straight and made a video of it. After working a few hours in the morning, I started up a video and did a live video, 24 hours of work on the house. And I worked in the house, happy at the end of that, and kept working and working and working in the house as much as I could for about 3 to 4 weeks after that, often 18 hours a day. And I was eating kind of heavy meals in between. I'd cook. That was my break. I'd cook and eat these heavy meals. And it just changed my body. It made my arms weaker and my midsection big. It made my midsection big. It's not big now. I started lifting the heavy weights. I got into the really heavy weights again just to make sure I'd be healthy. That makes me feel happy to do that. And I neglected working out almost entirely for a month. Just kept working on the house. Thought, well, physically doing stuff would help, but eating the heavy foods, I weighed the same, but it made my midsection big and my arms and legs, not my legs that much skinnier, but my arms a little bit skinnier. And it hurt me really bad, so I couldn't breathe. And here's how I love The Vampires of Zanzibar. Vampires of Zanzibar, very novel and a cult classic. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. And I might as well say thank you very much, like Elvis at that point. Oh no. I think that annoys someone who is helping me with money. They don't, something about that. I don't know what that is. And I feel okay now. Actually looking pretty decent health. I'd like to get this more perfect, like my midsection, and really work on acting and music and stuff, and filmmaking, and star in my own feature films and stuff, and just really do that, because I wasn't doing anything that made me happy other than there was some cool art that I did in the house, but it was mostly like manly labor. Had to get it just right, so that even though I was really painting all the floors, it had to be in a way that the paint would last up to 10, 20, 30 years. If I put a clear coat on it one more time, maybe in 10 years or between 5 and 30 years, I had to do the research and get it just right so that nothing would go wrong with it. But that saved me a lot of money to do all the floors myself. If I had tiled them or something, it would cost like a lot. But I kept working on the place. And I don't want to do that anymore. I got the house good enough. It looks good. I worked 2 years full-time labor. 2 years full-time labor. Like, here's 1 year, here's another year, in about 6 months. About 6 months. 6 months. Oh, good thing there's months in between, so I didn't say the devil stuff. I was starting to be mean. I was starting being mean. I went from being a really kind person to, when I was almost dead, I started being really mean, or thought I was almost dead, unless I would have had to be hospitalized. Here's 2 of the ways that I almost died. One time I was down on this hill. I couldn't breathe in here. It was just too stuffy, or I didn't realize all of a sudden that was the first time I couldn't breathe that day very well. And I went down the hill and started going out for exercise. I thought, I'll just go for a jog. It'll clear right up. I'll get the air breathing faster and it'll clear right up. I had a big, heavy, fat person looking coat on. And I went down the hill. It didn't get much better at all. So I said, I'm just going to run right back up the hill as hard as I can. That'll clear up out my lungs for sure, I thought in my head. And it just got really bad. I could not get any air at all. And I could not breathe. And I was out in the woods, and I just had to sit down on the ground. I had to sit down on a rock or the ground or something like that. And I could not breathe, and no one was home. So I tried to take out my cell phone, but with how big and heavy the coat was, I could barely take the phone out and dial in the numbers. It was and I called my neighbor. Oh no, before I did that, I said, help. I had to yell help out in the woods alone. I had to yell help to the neighbor out in the woods. I was down a little bit past his house on the road, and I was trying to run up, and it made it really bad. And so I yelled out to the neighbor for help. He didn't answer, so I had to call. I probably just started trying to figure out how. It was so hard to type the numbers in or type whatever I was typing, and I just somehow typed into him to call him because I could barely breathe or wasn't breathing for a little. Some of it I could not get a breath of air. And I thought he'll bring me to the emergency room. So I got through. I said, please God, or something please God, make this work. And I just really reached out to him emotionally with all I had. And he was at work, but by some miracle, he answered the phone. And right as he was answering the phone, I took that big, heavy coat. I took that big, heavy coat off, and I could breathe a little bit better. But it was really cold. It was like freezing, something like that out. And I had a t-shirt on under it. And so I said, okay, I can breathe a little better, but it wasn't all the way better. I was breathing at 60% of my usual, something like that, or 70%. And I was breathing better, and then not that much better. And I had to walk all the way uphill and somehow slowly make it home. So I tried to not let him get off the phone because I wanted, if I had to go to the emergency room. And somehow I made it to the house, but I was afraid to go in because I had been in here for almost all of this year working. And so I said, I'm just going to stay outside. And I had to keep my coat off, and my hands were getting really cold. I didn't want to get, I probably wouldn't have gotten frostbite with it just being around freezing, but my hands were really cold. Then I was worried. I didn't know what was wrong with me. I didn't know if it was going to mess up everything and I die or something. And so I guess it was just my breathing, and I could breathe a little better. So I went in. Then I called my son. The next person I called besides the neighbor to save my life was my son. And by another miracle, I got through to him on Instagram, and I talked to him, and I told him the truth about what happened. Then, we talked about it for a while, and he hoped I was okay. And then I felt amazing. I felt good again. I felt healthy and good again. I felt really good, but scared, worried. I wasn't up to 100%. I was breathing about 90%. Then before I went to sleep, I had to eat something small to take my medicine at night. So I ate something very small, and it came back pretty bad. I could barely breathe. Barely breathe. And I had to just lay in bed, and I could barely get one breath at a time. Went on for hours, most all the whole night. I tried to eat hardly anything the next day, but even eating much of anything made it worse. And it kept being like that every day for a week or almost a week or more. And it was like, I didn't know if I could die at any moment. And somewhere in there, I think the next day or the day after, somebody came over who had been helping me with money to work on my house, sort of, maybe. And he just gave me this really bad cold. I still have it now a little bit. Really bad cold on top of when I couldn't breathe. And that really worried me because I didn't know how I got the cold. And then days later, I heard him on the phone make the exact same cough that I was making. So I know he gave me the cold on purpose. And he's older than me, and he thinks that I have such good health and I don't have any problems, and I was getting all this tons of money from him. So he was like, and he's dealing with real physical, I think, problems, other things that he may have, and problems that I don't know what he has, and of problems, but he has real problems. So he thought he could put me through all that and I'd still keep living. But he didn't say whether or not if he thought I would die. Like, he just he left that kind of like he wasn't quite gonna say. And he didn't have anything planned for me to keep living intentionally with him. It was like it had been enough pressure on him to get that type of money from him. So I barely made it for the next few days or so, barely breathing. Kept trying to be nice to people here and there. The people who gave me money, the other one would tell me about these other people who needed help or something, and kind of mention it in a way that like would trick me into thinking I had to reach out to someone to help them when I was almost dead. And I did that to one of my very close relatives who was going to have a surgery in January, and it had to do with his heart or something. And I reached out to him with everything I had when I was finally getting better, lifting weights and feeling happy and healthy. And it just attacked me back like really hard. I could that night I was in that room, and I could barely breathe. Every breath, I thought the next one I might not be able to breathe. I could barely get every breath, like when I was breathing, laying in the bed, and it went on for hours, worse than the night when it first happened. And it was really bad. And I thought, this is going to kill me. I thought if I kept that up, it was going to kill me. So I kind of woke up and I started being intentionally mean to a lot of these people who I had been so nice and so nice and so nice to, who were giving me money, and trying to control the way that I functioned till I was almost dead. I was literally almost dead, working 18 hours a day, to no end, to where they thought that's not even work. And, you know, I probably increased the value of this house. I probably increased the value of this house a huge amount, but I don't know because I haven't done an official appraisal yet. And I'm sure when I bought it, it was $102,000. And so it's probably worth, I don't know for sure, but I don't care. I'm just going to say it on here. I probably made a ton of money. I probably raised I own the house, so it's making the value of it raise. And if these people had just said, can we be on the mortgage, our names on it, or something like that, to where it wasn't going to kill me. It literally wasn't going to kill me and pressure me almost to my death. If they said something a little differently and didn't put me through that, but I had to fight them back in my thoughts and in like my subtle actions without breaking the law, and get stronger and stronger and work out and starve myself. And then I could breathe. I could breathe perfectly well. I had to be kind of a dick back to them for once, because every inch I gave them, they were attacking me till I was almost dead. Those 2 times, and another another time in the summer. That's 3 times. And I think there was a fourth time. And for the previous year that they had been giving me money when I couldn't work, when I wasn't motivated as much to work, I was so depressed because my family had been taken away from me that I'll tell the truth, I almost killed myself 6 times. I was very depressed. I was very depressed. All I could do is lay in bed and barely had the motivation to do anything until I got on an antidepressant and got better from that. I'm not depressed at all anymore. I just figured out how to I'm done with that. And then they put the pressure on me on that. And then F that. I mean, I feel like a young Keanu Reeves or something, like when he was like I feel like a young Keanu Reeves when he was like uh in his 30s or 40 early 40s. I feel pretty good. And like my face looks better. My face looks better. It looks younger because I'm not under crazy amounts of stress. I just feel better. My face wasn't that bad. My looks weren't the problem. It was starting to look older. It was starting to look older. And that made me feel bad too. That was another thing that made me feel bad too. Because I worked at entertainment stuff for like 20 years and it still hasn't quite gotten where I want it to be. So I kind of like the idea of being an actor and looking cool and still being able to maybe one day be like a big actor. And that kind of made me feel like even worse. That was another thing, but it wasn't as horrible, with my YouTube channel not doing as good. Then then I just felt good. Then my hair looks crazy. I have to dye it. There's like gray right there. There's gray right there. If I dye it, it all looks like thicker and better. I haven't dyed it in a really long time. I don't know. I'm gonna dye it pretty soon. There's like a piece of gray on it right now. It's terrible. It looks great. It was better when I had it like all long. I was starting to grow it long. It could have grown it really long. I don't know how I would have made it through that with the type of pressure I was under. But I dyed it back. I dyed it back dark to be kind to my to be kind to family and stuff. But it looks okay. I guess it's all right. I look really good. Look pretty good. I'm fortunate. I'm happy. I'm really happy. I might drink a water instead of this caffeine. Yeah. Diet back like emo type of thing. That's what I really like to do. Instead of like, but sometimes I have short hair. No, I mean, I don't think I ever want to do the real emo kind of short, kind of long bang stuff again. That's just not me. But if it was emo in a new emo way, maybe if it was like all long and blonde or something like that, I think that would be kind of cool. But I guess it looks just as good brown or whatever color this is. Brown. I guess this is brown or dark hair, whatever it is. Okay, it's all right. Looks pretty good. Huh. Oh man. Yeah, 2010 was real emo, like those bands. Those Jack White looking people. Some of them had That's stuff that's like a different time. Well, almost like MySpace or something back then. A lot of those types of people, like before that. I feel way better. I feel happy. I don't have any problems breathing or any of that anymore. I don't have any problems breathing. So I just feel better, in better health in general. I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna make a water. Whoa. Hi. Whoa. This is this cool house. I got an order on now. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. I'm gonna make a water. Hi. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't do anything unhealthy, pretty much. The only thing unhealthy was the stress. I was under a lot of stress. Yeah, I should probably be more social. I should probably be more social around people. I'm probably going to try to socialize. I might have people come over tonight, but I don't know. I don't care that much about. I feel better going on with my life and living and being happy and living according to what makes me happy. According to what makes me happy. I'm gonna add water. This is good water. No. That was too much. If I could get that background light to not show, maybe that'd be pretty good. I don't know who's. Yeah, but I figured out Al. I had perfect hair. I'd say, and I still do have good hair. I still have this summer. I had perfect hair. There's no flaw with any of it. And Al, not only tried to tell everyone on his whole channel there's something wrong with my hair, which I've never had a bald spot. I've never had a bald spot. Never had a bald spot. I don't know what it looks like, but then he must have said some stuff to some of the other neighbors in this neighborhood, because I wrote to one of them asking something, and he wrote back and said, "Have a good Humpty Dumpty time." And I said, what the heck is Humpty Dumpty time? He wants me to be bald and for my body to be broken up. And he said, "Have a good Humpty Dumpty day." And I think he kind of got that from Al or something, because Al used to worry about Humpty Dumpty because he thought if he fell off something he'd break. And then he said that about me. I couldn't figure out what it meant, and I don't know, maybe it didn't mean it, but I feel this is a good water. It's from a new well. I was put in here like not brand new, but new 10 years ago or a few years ago, 7 years ago, something like that. I don't know, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, something like that. It's pretty new. Whoa. I can't keep up after the place like super a lot. Whoa. I'm feeling better. Hey, there's 9 people watching. I feel happy. I was gonna have some people come over and film with the movie stuff. I was gonna set up my green screen. These are airy movie lights. Airy movie lights. Have real movie lights. I have another set of movie lights that are downstairs in storage. And so that's 2 sets of movie lights. I have 3 of these Aries. And I have like 2 or 3 photography lights sets, like probably 10 of them of these photography lights. And I've got other filmmaking equipment. I was gonna take get rid of all this stuff that's just here as decoration or whatever, and put a big green screen here, maybe. Or maybe I could film that somewhere else. But I was gonna put a green screen there, just tell the truth. There's the cat. The cat's been nice. Been getting along with the cat. Hey, how's it going? He hasn't been annoying me. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm gonna pick up the cat. He's good. He's good. He's good. I put on 70s music and he really liked it. What's he doing? He's good. He's good. No, David. He's good. What's he doing? Here's my directing reel. I made this in 2002. I designed the DVD cover. See if I can get it where there's better light on it. Oh yeah. This is a DVD of my movie directing from 2002 when I was like pretty young. Very early 20s. Or this is like from my work from when I was like late teens, early 20s, and I don't know, something like that. Early 20s. And this was filmed. I filmed that in 16 millimeter. That film is in here. This girl's here. This is a Photoshop. I've been doing Photoshop since the year 2000. I designed these little things on here. I made those little designs around the edges. And that's from my film Meant to Be, and that is too. And I designed the font and everything. That was in 2002. Oh, it says directing reel. It's got my film Rebel Fish. I made that for $200. I just edited for 9 months until I made it really good and learned how to edit. And Pauly Shore. I got Pauly Shore, the famous actor Pauly Shore, to to do an introduction at the beginning of it, or the company who distributed it did. It's a short film. No one distributed this one. This is my film meant to be. Hey, and here's the it's a blank disc in it. I printed on the discs. But I'm not sure exactly where those are. Those are maybe probably around here. I know there's one of them. How's it going? What are you doing? What is he doing? I bruised my toes running. Really ran in summer. I feel pretty good. I don't really drink. I could drink and it's not going to literally kill me anymore. Still have that cough from a week or so ago. This cat sometimes is a jerk. What are you doing? Your claw, trying to act like you're going to claw me or hurt me. Get out of here. Sorry. Where did she go? He really ran away. Well, I guess I'm going to go or stay. There's a lot of people watching. There's 7 people. For me, 7 people. Yo. Werewolves of Zanzibar. Oh, man. I was trying to not stand up for that stuff. That genetic manipulation, like if they try to really do that, unless it was nice werewolves that didn't hurt anyone, I don't know. I'm not too into making the literal horror stuff. Werewolves of Zanzibar. Somebody thought mine was called Pirates of Zanzibar. Pirates of Zanzibar. They kept thinking it was called. It's not. It's just the Vampires of Zanzibar. How's it going? Been really happy feeling and kind again, because I don't feel like I'm gonna die anymore. Hey, I'd probably cover up that mattress or something. I did that. I could probably open up that window again or something. It was like way too closed. I did this floor. This floor looks awesome. This floor looks pretty awesome. This floor, it made a drip. It's no big deal. It goes right down the drain. This looks pretty good. Okay, great. I rehabbed this whole bathroom. I put the toilet bowl in myself. I drilled in holes into the concrete, used tap cons that were the right size, put the toilet bowl in all myself. Got a toilet flange, an add-on to the toilet flange so it would fit exactly the right way with the whatever that stuff is they put in there. I had to get it all ready, get the floor ready. I put that down. I got the floor already, scraped it so there's nothing on it besides pretty much the cement and some light paint. And I cleaned every one of these tiles, which took me from early in the morning one day till late at night, and it felt like it almost killed me another time. I could barely go on for days after that, just cleaning this tile. And it had stuff all. It was in the yard. But that's no big deal. Then after I recuperated for a while and I was like healthy enough, feeling and okay, I put the whole tile down, and then I put the grout. I decided to dye it blue. I researched how to dye it blue. Oops, is this even filming? I researched how to dye it blue. this tile, and I dyed the grout blue. When it was all done, I really had to clean the surface of it because the dye, it was a lot of work. The dye from the grout got on the tile, and it was something that was hard to scrape off with Brillo. In my hands, I worked so hard with my hands that I still weeks, I'd say 2 weeks after I stopped doing work in the house, I can't use this fingerprint to get in my Mac. I still can't. I was working so hard in my house. And then once got that cleaned off, I finally sealed the whole thing with this paint stuff on this clear coat that I painted it with. And I found that because I had to do this grout later, I found that if the grout gets on top of the the thing that was painted with a clear coat, it just wipes right off. It just cleans right off. You don't have to use Brillo. So I learned that, and then there's all this weird stuff that I did with tile that was like different from just regular tile. And then I sealed all that in, put silicone between here so that water wouldn't get behind there, because there used to be a bigger problem with that I don't even want to talk about. That was just almost devastating to me when I had first gotten to this house. A lot of that type of stuff that I had to do, and I don't want to talk about it. It was like I had to wear a whole spacesuit type of thing, was that what Al called it, so I wouldn't breathe the stuff. But anyway, I did that properly. It was no problem. I stayed in the guest house a lot while I was doing it, so I didn't breathe it. If there's anything, there wasn't anything. I never got sick from it. There's nothing hazardous. Wasn't a problem at all. It just really, I hated that type of work. And I don't want. Anyway, then I put this thing on. I put this bar on that's really strong. This is a really strong bar, and I painted that. I did this whole bathroom. I cut and designed this piece of wood because there was another one that was all falling apart on here, and all these back pieces were broken and falling apart. So I put new back pieces on it. I put this water spigot on and attached them. I made this so it can come off and on without a screw, so you can get into there and unscrew it, and it just fits perfectly back in. This piece slides perfectly into here. You can kind of pry it out, and then you can get into that plumbing. And I left this same bowl they had on, and I did the whole thing, everything: the toilet bowl, the vanity, the walls. I put this light. I put these movie light bulbs in here, and that piece of plexiglass on top of it. I cut the piece of plexiglass for it. And I did all the tile, and I put that those blinds on. Did everything in this bathroom pretty much. And I put a new shower head on. That's a new shower head, but that's the same plumbing. It has a slight drip, and to fix that leak, I have to go in here and change the washers if I want to keep this old plumbing. And it doesn't hurt anything. It goes right down the drain. It just doesn't hurt anything. Just goes down the drain. So it's like, doesn't make it that much of a difference. This room doesn't have any weird mold or anything like that. It keeps pretty normal and dry. Just this thing when I got the house was disgusting in here. Just the inside of this was so disgusting, and this thing was all falling apart with it was so gross. And it had this really gross old thing that didn't even work on there. It was pretty bad. I put a piece of wood back there that comes off with one screw, so you can get into the plumbing if so someone could get in the plumbing if they had to. I patched part of the something in there. This is just a throwaway drawers till I get something else. I did pretty much everything in here. That's just this bathroom. This room, I did tons of stuff too that I don't even want to talk too much about because it was all these appliances are besides the refrigerator are new. This nice dishwasher. I'm probably eventually, but I don't want to think about that stuff anymore. I don't want to think about it. It's kind of stress. It's I don't want to get stressed out. Here's an old Alexa. Here's a random, really cheap Alexa that I never used. I got it for really cheap and didn't use. It's like the really cheap one. I have this one. It's like 20. They used to be 40 or 50 bucks, but now they're only like 28 bucks. They're really, really cool. These are really cool. You can, you say, Alexa, find my phone.
I'm going to call the phone now, so listen out. If it doesn't ring, it's because I can't connect or it's on silent.
Alexa, stop. Oh, it rang my phone. I'm going to make it louder. Oh, it's ringing. I'll get my phone. Yeah, it works. It's really cool. This is a really fast way to do it. Alexa, where's my phone?
Calling John.
Here's the phone. Yeah. Okay, it calls it.
You have reached the voicemail box of 540293848.
Alexa, stop. Okay, and then it does that, but nobody gets hurt with those robot things. Pretty much, it'd be rare, and that's the future. They're gonna do all our jobs. I mean, it's going to be really cool. We won't really have to work or get stressed out about anything unless we choose to do something that we enjoy to work at. Or some people may be higher paid to do things that are needed, but pretty much everyone's going to get money from the government because they'll start taking over all the jobs, the robots, and then they'll have to, like, people won't be able to pay their bills, so they'll have to give them money, and then everyone will kind of be okay and have like an okay quality of life. But it could take up to 7 years. That's what 700 years, not 7 years, not 7 years, probably 700 years or 1,000 or 400 years, something like that. It's going to take a long time. But this is like the beginning of it. This Alexa robot and all the other stuff they've been doing this in the 20th century, in the 21st century. So we can't just say, oh, wait for robots to do it all for us, because it could take forever. It could be in 10 years, or 5 years, or it could be in 1,000 or 10, 2,000 years. Probably not going to be in 5 or 10 years. But that's Alexa. Alexa, how old is Paul McCartney?
Paul McCartney is 77 years old. He was born on June 18th, 1942. By the way, you can now ask another question without having to first say, Alexa. Enable this feature by saying, turn on follow-up mode.
Okay. But that's that thing. I think that stuff is cool. And the people who are helping me with money hate it. They're very traditional, or hated it. Hopefully they like it now and love it now. I don't know. But they really liked traditional stuff and like traditional stuff. I don't really care. I don't really care what they like that much. It's up to them. It makes about as much sense to me as closing your eyes and saying "fuck you" to them. I really don't care what they do. I nearly died 10 times in total in a year. 6 times from depression, 4 real times when it affected my physical body. And I'm not going to do what those people say just because they gave me money. I don't give a fuck about them if that's what they're going to do. What are they going to do? So that's how I feel about it. It literally nearly killed me. So I don't care about them if they're trying to do that stuff, but it's no big deal. I better calm down. I better calm down. This is an older drink. Probably not gonna drink that. Older drink. Oh, the light. Trying to get so it's like not blown out white coming from behind me. No. Hi. This is better. Okay. Hi. I love them. I love the people giving me money, but I'm not going to deal with that. Them, I don't, I don't like that. Looking for the drink of water. I'm going to get my drink of water. Ah! Okay. This feels amazing, being able to drink this much water with being able to breathe. Feels amazing. I cannot drink that much water without it like hurting me, without like being hard to get air, because I let myself get so stressed out and work too hard. Now it just helps me. It's like I literally, if I want to drink tons of water, somehow by drinking the water, my body absorbs the oxygen from it. And that's how it was always doing before. It feels good to drink water. I just like drinking water. I just like drinking water. Oh, yeah. I felt like I was heavy. Finally started doing things that make me feel good again. Ooh. Now, if somebody's trying to say anything about me, he's gay because he wants to look cool and look good. Think about that. They may have an insecurity about their looks not being attractive and looking good. I'm sorry, they probably don't look very good themselves if they think that other people are gay for trying to look good. I don't know what their thing is. Well, wow, this has been amazing. This has been really cool. Tons of people commenting. This is fun. Oh, I think this is Saturday. I think this is Saturday. Yeah, Saturday, December 21st. Whoa. This is a really good house. It's not an Airbnb. I own it. I was gonna Airbnb it, something like that. But you know, I don't want to. The thing is, I worked so hard on it. If I had to, I could, and I could pay my bills. I have many options now. I don't have to keep working. If anyone wants to hurt that, welcome. But see, that's the thing is, I'm nice and happy now. I don't have to be mean to them and say welcome. No, I don't have to say that type of thing. Here's the downstairs. I got looking really good. I redid these floors. Even these did all these got these floors. These all this different stuff. These floors really good. I got everything really good. Got everything really good, pretty much. Besides the bedrooms, I can paint. Hey, how's it going? What are you doing? He's good. What is he doing? Ah, what is he doing? Come on. Ah. I got everything pretty good. Look at it. It's awesome. Painted these walls. Painted all painted the ceiling. Hey. The cats are in here somewhere. How's it going? What are you doing? Ugh. Check this out. This is pretty good. Looks pretty good. Come on. Ugh, that cat farted or something. Here's Al. This was Al's room. Whoa. How you doing? This is my room. It's always been my room. I own the place. No one ever paid me rent. How's it going? What is he doing? How you doing? Don't be a jerk. You're not a big, giant, biggest beast around here anymore, are you? Eating 10 things of wet cat food a day or 5 things of wet cat food. I put you in your place. Right? You get 1 thing of wet cat food a day and hard food the rest of it, and that's it. What are you doing? Hi. How's it going? I'm a waiter. You think I'd ever be a waiter? Do you think I'd ever be a waiter when I hate feeling bad in restaurants? See, I got the whole place ready. This place looks really good. But the bedrooms have to be painted. How's it going? Some of them are painted. Some of them are done and ready. They just have stuff in them. That one needs to be painted and some stuff. This one is good inside. I can like restaurant. I. Mexico. I. Mexico. Watch this cat. He goes up through a nook in the floor to the upstairs. He goes up through a nook in the floor to the upstairs. And when I finally box in that water heater up there, I'm going to put a little cat door on it so he can still go. So then they can go anywhere they feel like they can go outside this way, but they can't. They're, I can lock this and say F you to them, put them outside if they're being jerks. I redid these countertops. They're really solid and good. You can't really scratch them, but don't try to if someone comes over here. That was a brand new refrigerator a couple of years ago. Still all right, but it could be cleaned one more time. And I got it pretty good. I put that piece of trim on there, painted all the floors, then some plaster gone on it. I'm still trying to clean off some of this plaster, get these floors looking like new again, how they were. I put that trim on there. Here's a door frame. This is the cool downstairs. This is the cool downstairs. It's really beautiful. Kind of cold. All the art students signed the thing. It's pretty cold. It's cold feeling. It's pretty cold feeling. I have bare feet and it's cold. It's pretty beautiful. I just showed this in another video on another thing that was just for like a meetup group to get filmmakers to come here. And it's not that expensive of movie stuff that I have. It's not like it's not like a cool red camera I was always planning on getting, but I had to make sure my kids were okay instead. And that doesn't matter. They compelled me to make way more money anyway and work harder and make more money anyway. This is a cool fireplace. Oh. Hi. Hey, I feel happier and healthier now. I've been eating lighter. It's cold in here though. I can tell it's cold. I don't want to it's really cold kind of. I don't have any heat on down here. I'm walking barefooted down here in the East Coast in Virginia. Anyway. What are you doing? I'm going to go upstairs. Right? You want to go upstairs? What are you doing? What are you doing? I guess I should turn it off. So I'm going to go upstairs. This floor's got a little dusty. It's all right. Come on. Got these closet things in. Got these closets in on this side. I painted some interesting stuff on the wall and did some interesting plaster. Painted some interesting stuff. Did some interesting stuff with the plaster. Hi. Oh, this is that stuff. Ooh. What? No. How's it going? What are you doing? Oh, I did interesting stuff with the plaster. There's the plaster. I did that plaster on the ceiling. I put that trim here. It could still use some caulk, but I'm not working on this anymore. I painted this door, put some kind of trim around it, made it looking newer. What are you doing? I can't even tell you what this used to look like. There may have, how's it going? There's a cat staring at you. Ceiling cat is watching you. Ceiling cat is watching you do something. No. Oh man, I don't know what the heck that is. I don't want to say anything. But these floors, this used to have 2 layers of horrible carpet that had been there since the late 50s or 60s, 1960s. And I had to take all that up, take all the staples up myself, with my friend helping a little bit, and then sand these floors, stain them myself, all by myself, and refinish them, and put a few coats of the polyurethane on them. Then I did the same for the trim. And all these walls have about 3 coats of primer on them. All these walls in this whole place. It used to leak the ceiling a little bit in places. I don't even want to tell people if it did or not, or how much it did. But I had to relentlessly patch all the roof all myself and fix some of it. It took a year or 2 or something, a few months total, or just like a few weeks of work. It's not that bad, but it doesn't leak anywhere. The house doesn't leak anywhere. I fixed all sorts of stuff. We've already seen this one. I feel okay. Figuring out what I'm going to do next. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Yeah. Merry Christmas and happy holidays. What are you doing? Got the house looking good. I painted these floors too 3 years ago. There's not really anything wrong with them. Painted these floors 3 years ago. Painted the cement. Painted these floors. This used to have 2 layers of carpet in it too. I put that trim back there. I moved the shelf of that. I moved this. I just did simple things like, whoops, no, forget it. Like that thing, that side thing that you put your arm on, used to be a little higher, and I pushed it down lower. I did stuff to it and pushed it down lower, so if somebody wanted to sleep on here and they needed some foot space, then they could sleep on the whole thing. But my son likes to sleep here. He liked to. He did twice, or once or twice, and that was it. And then they took him away to Texas. They saw how much fun he had here or something, or I don't know. No, that's not it. They just hadn't seen him a long time. It wasn't their fault. It wasn't their fault. I just got mean or bitter about it because it was really stressing me out and other things were stressing me out. I'm okay now. Well, I guess I'll go. I guess I didn't know. 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 Well, I'm going to go. I don't know what else to talk about. What? You want to go outside? You want me to go? What puts his asshole in the air? What? I'm going to shut the thing off. Okay. Oh, he wants to go outside. I might open up the door or something. It feels kind of too hot or something. Okay, I'm going to go. Bye, everyone. Bye, y'all. Yeah. No, get out of here, man. Go get a life instead of working on that house all the time. I'll probably do something else. Can't work on the house anymore for a while. I'm not going to. Should probably do something else. I'm gonna go. I might check these comments. Yeah, Sunshine the Cat. Oh, it's got an aluminum roof. It's got an aluminum roof. Yeah. See, that's where the cats go in the floor. They go in there to the downstairs and upstairs. I'm gonna put a box around this with an opening door, and right there, I'm gonna put a cat door so they can go to the downstairs and upstairs. I just don't want to do that. I'm so tired of looking at this thing, and I had so much other work to do to this place that like nearly killed me in many ways. When I couldn't go on anymore, I tried to hire somebody else to help me, and that felt like it was just attacking me worse. And it was like the people that I was getting the money from, I don't get it, pissed off or something. They demanded I get the money from them for free. Supposedly it came from an inheritance of something else or some other relative or something who I don't know what it was. I don't know if they were telling the truth or not. And it sucked. It felt awful. But I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to do things their way at all anymore. It's like nearly died. Why the fuck would I put up with that? Unless that's how all people can be. That's all people can be. I don't know. That sucked. That was awful. I'm not doing it. Fuck that. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm sorry. Sorry for saying fuck you because I'm a liberal and I apologize. Fuck you. I'm sorry. I don't care. I'm not even really a liberal. Okay, I'm gonna go. I don't hate them. I love them, but they didn't realize it was doing something to me to nearly kill me. So, oh well, I'm happy again. Okay, I'm gonna be nice. I guess I'll go. Scammers. But they were giving me tons of money, so who knows what it was. Emotional. They wanted an emotional return and control. on what I was doing. It like empowered them, or who knows what. Maybe they really wanted to help me because they cared about me, but then I can't imagine that type of suffering. It's just, I can't imagine it ever being. I mean, it sucked. It was awful. It was worse than sucked. It was worse than. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. It was emotional abuse, I guess, something like that. They try to do it. I don't know. It's not that bad. I got tons of money from them, and I lived. All I have is a little bit of a cough they gave me at the very end of it. Okay, I'm gonna go. Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all. Have a nice day. Okay. Bye. Like to read more of the comments. Never put boiling hot water in the toilet. Why? Oh, because it can melt the I don't know. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Wow. Where's your Christmas tree? Oh, I should put a Christmas tree up. I like to be around my kids. That's the whole thing, but I don't get it. If it's just not, I don't know. Of course, my first choice is to be there with them as a happy family, with her and them. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Christmas. Yeah, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. So you can get a better quality looking thing. Man. Better quality looking light on. Man. Hey. I'm gonna go. All right. Okay. I'm gonna go. Bye. Bye, everybody. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. I gotta open up a door and get some cold air in here. It's like stuffy, kind of. I'm gonna go. Bye. I feel pretty good. Again. Happy again. I'm not gonna risk working really hard at something that's gonna, that pressure me to feel, dude, I look different in that mirror. Oh no, I look the same. Wow, I look pretty good. I look happy and healthy, and I am. I'm gonna go. Okay, bye. I gotta open up the door. It was crazy, or get some food. I've been trying to starve myself. I'm gonna close this. Okay, bye.